Philadelphia, it's time to fly! Please welcome your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles!
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for their next quarterback after Elway and Manning, and it was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. That was 29, by the way, and he finished third for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Nix. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
And the Broncos first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. 16 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Going to the ground again on first. Like the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time and talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, by that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness of his corner making that tackle.
Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Jahan Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. They're on the tackle.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves, and you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
On third down, here's Nix. They're trying to set the screen. Dobbins. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On fourth down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
He just missed that Super Bowl a couple years ago, but Hurts and those Eagles, they got it last year, Kate. And remember, he was the MVP in that win, and kind of like he was all season, he's just a stabilizing force. He makes people around him better, and he's a Super Bowl champ to boot.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And it's going to be second down.
Second and 10.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Still at the 40 here, second and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. Jukes out a one-stop. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Enough to stop that play with Jahdae Barron.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
On third down, it's Hurts. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left with fourth down here. So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping him off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting him even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got first and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down.
I love that. Man, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
First down, Broncos.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Throwing here, Nix has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And the Broncos first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Nix from the gun. It's Sutton with back-to-back catches. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Quite the drive they've had, Bronk, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Now Nix. He's got Sutton complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
First down, Denver.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Traveling with the ground. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They'll give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos go up 6-0 here in the first. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Search. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for a second down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Trying again following the sack. Completed left side to Smith. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Devontae Smith. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Hurts now from the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Wide open down the field, and he has it! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin-off, a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage. Big time.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. He fields it from the 8. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Here's Nix to throw. Short pass brought in. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed over the middle. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throw left side, complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. It gets him 3 yards as the stop is made here. And is this a spot we can see them go for it? Let's find out.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Just about a yard to the marker, so they're going to take the risk and go for this. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs.
I think we are so preconditioned when a QB sneak is called, we think it's going to be a first down, right? Well, I think they expected him to get it too. But now they got to adjust in a hurry and get their defense out there to make a stand of their own.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Nix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Oh, he's going to run for it. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Ready for the 2nd second straight play, Brock. They're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. To throw, here's Nix. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, fourth down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Will Lutz getting the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And gotta imagine, Brock, there's an appreciation for the conviction they had going for it on fourth down the last drive. Just didn't have the results they needed.
You know, so many teams, and really the data today tells you to have a 4-down mindset, Kate, especially when you cross midfield. We'll be curious if they've got that kind of conviction after missing on the last one.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And the Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at first down here. Hurts to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On the play fake, it's Hurts. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. And again, here's Hurts. Finds his back, here's Barkley. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 13. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Let's get to that wide complete. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing here, Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running back, motioning right. Hurts on 3rd and 2. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
Incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Only 2 yards to the marker, and they're going for it here on 4th. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles take a 2nd quarter lead. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead.
The score, Eagles 14, Broncos 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. Brushes him off with ease. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give right side to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running it again with Dobbins. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They run. Here's Dobbins. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Denver.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
They'll run on first down with Dobbins. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Knicks off the play action. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Knicks from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing a 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Here's a return from the 7. This makes it up to the 25. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Zone read give here to Barkley. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Still on his feet. But he can't evade that one, and they get him to the ground. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
The Eagles are in punt formation. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Dumps it off to his running back. He won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Look, the Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing here, Nix. That is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And a fair catch made here at the 17. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And now they face 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Hurts now from the gun. Half pass complete to Goddard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hurts yet again. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead to 7. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead to 8.
Eagles 21, Broncos 13.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
2nd and 9.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Nick's trying to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. And it's the Broncos looking at 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. This is Ingram working the left side. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. They get 28 out of that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
On 1st down, it's Nix. Mims with the grab. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Nix. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Extra point try now from Lutz. And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point.
20.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Fielded at the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Brown on the slant. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 34, finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he'll go down and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Hurts on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. And again, here's Hurts. He's going to tuck it and run. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
13 yards on the play. And an Eagles first down.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
41-yard line.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. So just a 1-point game here at the break, Brock, as we go over to the EA Sports Halftime Reports with our buddy Scott Hansen.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Gibson now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. The screen pass falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. He lofts it deep left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He's looking for A.J. Brown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
On third down, it's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Well, you can see he gets the ball and he sees the defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Hurts. Pass complete to Goddard. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
10 more yards. That's another Eagles 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Barkley has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. So Barkley forced out of the backfield. And getting a shot at being the bell cow is the bruiser, A.J. Dillon. They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles grow the lead coming out at halftime. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown! Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles grow their lead to 8.
Broncos 20.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Mix off the play action. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now Nix on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. This is close, but it looks like they got the stop in time. Yep, marked at the 40, and that brings up 3rd down.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
It's a sneak, Hurts. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. One, maybe a couple yards, so in that way their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They only manage a yard, but that was enough as this drive rolls on.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Hurts on 3rd and 2. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the 41. That's Smith on the slant. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up.
No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
From the red zone now. Gets himself free. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles lead by 14. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles lead by 15 now.
Broncos 20.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here comes the Bronco offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the puncher, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
They fake the handoff. Now Nix. And that one falls incomplete. So it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw again. Nix. He lofts it deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. Attacking the screen. Look at this defense getting him down behind the line.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Once more, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front ready to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Nix to throw again. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Brought down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos getting back to within 1 score.
Broncos 27.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. Jukes one defender. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That's good for Eagles. 1st down.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to it. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They go to Barkley again. He's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Going to the ground again on first. Runs inside the 35. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
27 yards. That's good for another Eagles. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
Dillon, a first down carry. Gets to space right side. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's get to that wide complete. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. He brings it in. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles lead by 15 now.
Eagles 42, Broncos 27.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Now Nix. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action with Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Nix holds on to it. It's a gain of 3, and they're going to have 2nd and goal from the 4.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Back now, pressure on its way. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now a point after to bring it back within 1 score. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
Makes the score Eagles 42, Broncos 34.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Gibson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Jukes his way into the clear. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Eagles, first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He tucks it and takes off. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
4 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards.
He was tackled at the 27.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that means 3rd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Hurts on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts throwing again. Got his man, that's Brown again. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for another Eagles. First down and goal to go.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They're going to run with Barkley, and he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles lead by 15 now.
Eagles 49, Broncos 34.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
On the return, here's Mims. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Denver set to take the field on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. They've got first down from the 31. Nix from the gun. This is Sutton working the right side. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Broncos first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To throw, here's Nix. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. No up the middle, none outside either, Brock. So give him just 2 yards on that carry. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness, the pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Finds his back, here's Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
QB sneak coming. We're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And an Eagles first down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Barkley off the pistol give. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a gain of 12 there, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Keeping it with Barkley on first down. Juke the defender, breaks through, and he might break away. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles making a 3-score game in the fourth. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
Back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Across his body, and they make the interception. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Hurts looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Across the 20, continuing to work. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Broncos hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Here's 2nd and 14. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
3rd down run by Dobbins. He wants to, but he's not going to be able to continue the run. Got him 6, but they stopped him short. It's 4th down now.
At the 37-yard line. A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Markers reset, ball at the 37. A tight end in motion now. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
For Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
1st down, a run with Barkley. He finds some space again. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Kate, way up here in the booth, can you smell it? Can you smell it? That running back is smelling the end zone. He gets him down there to the 2. You know he wants to finish it.
Barkley has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles keep running away with this. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
Eagles.
So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again.
70. Broncos 34.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.